Yes, top of the morning. You know the vibes. Rocking out with yours truly, Showtime Sizzle. I am the sauce, man. I am the sauce. Top of the morning, man. It's Monday. Quick, sauce rundown. The boys are up today. Uh, yeah, they didn't give Amani. They didn't give you no favors, man. I'm gonna send this to your pops. I'm gonna send this to everybody up there. See, I'm gonna tell you what y'all did wrong, right? But in a way, y'all didn't do nothing wrong, but now you're gonna really see where you're at. You're really gonna get they throwing you in the water, right? You got the number one guy, um, but real warrior time, real warriors, you should be happy for that opportunity because now, right? See, you got this is the mentality you have to have, man. I know I heard you on the phone last night. You didn't really sound how I wanted you to sound, but know this, right? You have an opportunity right now. You're facing the number one dude in the opening round to really make a splash. And your mentality needs to be this going into the fights this afternoon or this evening, whenever you guys are gonna get it on, right? When you train and you spar, who do you spar against? You spar against Jamali Tucker. Marley is the number one ranked fighter in his weight bracket in the nation. So this isn't nothing new for you. You're used to going up against the best fighter in the nation. That's how you have to carry it um, this afternoon. That's how you have to carry it. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Because at the end of the day, you are unranked. This is your first nationals. You have an opportunity to make a splash. You have an opportunity to make a splash. You're gonna really get a test to see where you're at, and that's a good thing. That's a great thing, especially if you want this. If you want this, this is the best test for you. The best test for you. Like I said, I know you can do it. You go up against, you know, the best in the nation every week. You're sparring with Marley, man. Iron sharp as iron. That's how you got to carry that into the ring. You carry it into the ring like that, you could be on your Muhammad Ali. You can shock the world. You could knock off the number one ranked fighter in the nation, the number one seed in the first round. You do that, the tournament is yours. The national qualifier is yours. You do that, trust and believe that you're gonna have all the rest of those kids in that bracket on notice. It's all about you. It's all about you. You could do it, man. Just step to it and do it. But let's move on. It's fight week for the big boys. That was the amateurs. That was our team I was covering. I know Joel sounded very confident, right? But I think, Joel's not facing the number one hitter yet. You know, his brother got a bye, so he fights Tuesday. I gotta check Cassius's bracket, but it is what it is, man. You guys gonna get a test to see where y'all at, man. Especially you, Omani. But let's move on. This is fight week for Caleb Plant and Benavidez. The fight itself. The main event fight is a good fight, right? Pay-per-view worthy. I don't know, but I guess in this day and time, it is a pay-per-view caliber fight. I don't, it is what it is. I just wish, like, remember when they both had belts? it would have been more, but it's still a good fight. Pay-per-view, I tell you what, and I'm gonna come back with a follow-up video for this, right? The Tank Davis Ryan Garcia pay-per-view is gonna blow this one out the frame, man. The whole fight we build up everything. The This fight week build up for Caleb Plant and David Benavidez is gonna be like remember no frills? Remember the no frills cereal? That's what this is gonna be like. It's gonna be like the no frills cereal compared to the Tank Davis Ryan Garcia one. It just is, man, because like the fight card itself is alright, man. It's alright. And I like Caleb Plant and David Benavidez. They don't really have a radical fan base. You understand what I'm saying? When I say radical fan base, like guys ain't really talking about it like that on YouTube. Like, it's sad, right? The YouTubers, they're talking about fighters that aren't fighting, right? Meanwhile, you got these two about to square off. But on YouTube, you're constantly talking about fighters that aren't fighting. It's crazy. That's why I said they don't have a real radical fan base. And, not for nothing. It just isn't like a crossover type of it's not a real crossover appeal. You're not gonna get like I'm gonna tell you something with the Ryan Tank fight, right? And I should have added this in the other video that I'm gonna drop after this. They are actually going to have people mess with their event that don't even know nothing about boxing. That's when it's a crossover event. When you have people pulling up or speaking on or talking about it, and it's not they're not boxing fans like that, so to say. That's when you really you know crossing over, and that's what I think the Tank Ryan fight is gonna do. This fight, on the other hand, it'll probably be a good mix up, good dust off, but it's just not gonna captivate the masses like that. But I could be wrong, I could be wrong. I could be wrong, man. I could be wrong. But I think I'll be right on this one, man. Because like I said, the Tank Davis Ryan Garcia fight is a little under a month away now. Today's the 21st, right? Or is today the 20th? No, today's the 20th. So they're a little um over a month away. They're the 22nd. Mhm. But it is what it is. The saga. Yo, this weekend heated up on Twitter. Shout out to Keyshawn Davis. I said, yo, Keyshawn Davis, they're gonna bash you on YouTube and all that. You know why? Because whenever you get at the narrative pushes favorites and you make sense, it hurts. It hurts. See, you called out Frank Martin, right? And I was going back and forth in my comments with a young man or somebody, right? Like uh he's trying to speak about Frank Martin. Listen, but you and Frank Martin, there's no difference. You know what the real difference is, and why they're jealous of you is because Frank Martin is 28 years old. They're finally coming around to try to even attempt to move him, right? Whereas you are 23, you only got 7 fights, and you're on the big stage. You're co-main eventing. You're fighting on ESPN, and like you said in your tweet, right? I might put it back up there. These guys can't stomach that, man. You know why? Because like I said, when it comes to boxing, and it's showing now, right? The older guys, right? Certain older guys. I'm not gonna say all, but some of the older fighters, right? The hate and the jealousy comes out of them. And that's what you see taking place here, right? And I spoke about that yesterday, and I like this what he said. All your favorite fighters was never on the level I'm at 7-0. I like that statement because that's all it really basically boils down to. These dudes are jealous. Like you got a promoter who's pushing his fighter, right? He just finally got a main event slot, right? 28 years old. I forget what his record is. Um, but this is how lost YouTube boxing is, right? You wanna you wanna put Frank Martin in the conversations with the Ryan Garcias, the Tank Davises, the Devin Haney's, and the Shakur Stevensons, right? And he just fought for a title eliminator, right? But yet, you see the names that I named. Devin Haney's undisputed. Um, Tank Davis, multiple championships in different divisions. Same thing with Shakur Stevenson, unified two division champion. The only one that doesn't have anything but what's getting him over is his popularity, is Ryan Garcia. Now, you want to put Frank Martin into that mix, right? And this is what I laugh about too, right? The comment was made that the top ranked fighters, whether it was Shakur he was speaking on or Keyshawn Davis, right? They're on a tight leash, a short leash. What is Frank Martin on? He like, look, Shakur. If you're talking about Shakur, that's like, come on, man. You need to look in the mirror, and then you know who I'm speaking about. Shakur's a two division champion, unified in one, Olympic silver medalist. Last time I checked, well, I would just say last time I checked, man. Y'all know the vibes, man. But hopefully I got my water bottle in here, man. I was scrambling this morning, and I hope they don't got me laboring. I'll find out in 2 seconds. And look, the yard looks empty, man. Foods is really banging in on Mondays, man. But yeah, I loved it. The young guard's energy. Let me throw some source frames up here, man. Speak over some source frames. I got a little time. Keyshawn shook it up, man. Your Munland's game is hard. Look, yes, the stills, shy stills. That shy stills in full effect, man. That young player right there, all the way to the far left. He got the number one dude today. They threw him to the wolves. Marley's the number one ranked fighter, and the red hoodie right there. You know who that is? That's Coach Rain. Y'all got my headset today. My earbuds. That's what they call earbuds. The earbuds. So I'm a rock with my earbuds. Throw my earbuds in. Keyshawn turned it up this weekend, man. He had the YouTube. Y'all watched the what do they call a couple podcasts last night. That the Keyshawn Davidson jealousy is crazy, right? It's crazy. They and dude, what was my man's name? I think it was Gregory or Greg. I sometimes when I have time, I might entertain and go back and forth in the comments, right, with people because how people respond to your videos and what they try to engage you in debate about when it comes to boxing lets you know who they are and what their mentality is. This dude had the audacity to say that Keyshawn was clout chasing Frank Martin. Who was Frank Martin for him to clout chase? You know how I shut it down? Like, dude couldn't even like see when you talk to me about boxing, like you gotta come correct, man. I'm not your typical blogger that's doing this, man. So when he said that to me, I'm like, bro, it's obvious you're with them. It's obvious you're not a fan of the sport per se. You're a fan of different fighters and fashions. Because for you to say that a fighter, right, is clout chasing off of Frank Martin when Keyshawn Davis is in a way better position than Frank Martin. And it is what it is. Like, you know how I shut him down? I told him straight up, I said, when Frank Martin his seventh fight, what network was he fighting on? Where was he fighting at? Dude couldn't even respond no more after that. But this is the type of stuff that you gotta you go back and forth with. But it was just funny because I'm like, dude, you're saying that he's clout chasing. You're talking about Frank Martin for the title eliminator. Then I had to break that down. So I'm like, yo, the rating systems could be bought. That means nothing. That means nothing. Like that means nothing. And at the rate those guys are over there fighting, right? At the rate that they're over there fighting, when will he fight for a title? I know he fought for a title eliminator, right? So that means he should be coming up to be the mandatory, right? For the whatever eliminator he fought. Was it the IBF? Whatever belt, right? Shakur Stevenson is fighting for eliminator April 8th. I guess that's why his promoter said he'd rather fight Shakur, right? So check this though, right? Is his promoter gonna put the money up? I'm gonna do a whole video on that. You want your fighter to fight Shakur. Are you gonna put the money up? Are you gonna put the money up? Matter of fact, let me do that video right now. Let me shut this down and do that video right now. You know the vibe, man. I'm gonna do that video right now. You heard? We got time today. I'm doing that video right now. With that being said, man, everybody be blessed. Enjoy your Monday. Um, get to it. Don't put things off, man. Look, March is already out of here. Stop putting things off and get to your business. You know the vibes.
Like raw fish.
So one day you'll get your palate used to that raw fish. Gotcha. What's that? What else you got for me?
What's your favorite place to go?
Favorite place to go is the beach. I love the beach, yo. Anywhere if there's a beach nearby, I love to go there, relax, walk along the beach, barefooted, get my feet dirty. Yeah, no doubt. Stick my foot in the water. I don't go in the water though. There's sharks and stuff in there. Nah, I don't mess with that. All right. That's good.
Can you play basketball?
Look at my height. I'm short.
No,
I can't play no basketball.
Yes, you can.
No.
I believe you can.
Hey guys, this is Tiana Tuimuhela. I'm a top-ranked knockout, and I want to give a shout-out to Sauce Talk Podcast.
Thank you. You know the vibes.
Like, subscribe, and hit that bell.